Can you hear me?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field from San Antonio, Texas, Crossman.
So, you sure you want to go to?
Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. It's the Bones Hour. Where are the Bones? Bones is where? What is going on? Where is everybody in the world? Ladies and gentlemen, I've got Fred on the phone. Of course, we've got Joel and Good News Joe on there as well. So what is going on the road? Where are you exactly?
It's Alexandria, Indiana, at Alexandria Monroe High School. Yeah. And it's in preparation for our show tomorrow night in Muncie, Indiana.
How excited are you? Because the shows are just been getting better and better. The scores are going higher and higher. We had a question before we started, before you started the tour. How do these early judging scores affect you? Has that changed anything at all?
Well, we can see where we need to make improvements, I think. And the judges' commentary and their numbers just reinforce that. So I don't think there's any surprises in any of that. Last night was pretty darn exciting, though, because we had thunderstorm and rain, and it was looking like it wasn't going to happen. And we got an hour and a half, 2 hour delay, and as always happens, DCI and the show promoters bring the corps directors together because under those circumstances, you have to make a decision.
Right.
Is it safe to go on? Is it safe to continue? Are we going to do standstill instead? Or are we just going to call the show, pack our stuff, and head out? Well, we had some good guidance from Dan Atchison from DCI, and he said, you know what? You guys are looking at the same radar I am. You did this thing about 30 minutes. It looks like it's going to clear up and probably be fine the rest of the night. We had some conflicting reports. Everybody's looking at their radar on their phone. Everybody's a meteorologist these days, I guess. But Dan turned out to be totally right. And, the Crossman, we had our show in the rain, the MMX. So if there's any way possible we can get this thing in, we want to go out there and perform. We don't haul all this stuff and all these people all across the country to sit in the bus,
Yeah, exactly.
So, it all worked out really well. Everybody got to go on. The crowd was just real appreciative. They all stayed. They expected to be home in bed probably by 10:30, and they're in the grandstands instead. So it was a pretty exciting time. Great crowd, great reception, just a real fun night for everybody.
And that's a great thing about the true music fans is, same as like you said, the Crossman MMX guys stayed out in the rain. We were undercover for a couple hours, but we came out, we performed, and same thing happened last night. And that's where the real heat is, because they get to see the Crossman, they get to see how much work the kids have put in and everything. So you have me on speakerphone, so I'd like to ask Joel a question. Joel, how has been the season looking for you? Has it changed anything of what you've thought it would be so far?
No, I think I'm as excited as just about anybody around the Crossman camp. I just joined on tour about a week and a half ago. I had some summer classes to finish up. So to be able to come on the road with a fresh set of eyes and I guess a little bit more well-rested than some of us around here was able to jump right in. And I think things are going really well. The corps continues to travel really well. And I think from a performance point, it's just great to see the drum corps getting better every single night. And we just go back to work the next day and try to make a better product.
That's amazing. And I know Good News Joe, I know his heart rate was probably up last night. He's checking the weather. Like Fred was saying, he was a part-time meteorologist by checking his phone every 5 or 3 seconds. So, Joe, how's everything been going for you as the assistant?
It's going real well. I don't know, to quote a great man, you surround yourself with great people, and you can make almost anything happen. We've got a great admin staff here, so as soon as the the directors met. We just waited for the go-ahead and kind of the logistics. We sent someone out to each of the captions and, relayed the information. And we got a nice little warm-up, and everyone was there ready to go at the gate. And the horn line it was a very energetic show. It's amazing what I shouldn't call them kids, what the members can do,
right?
Among all these adversities, if you want to call them that. So yeah, I mean, they were back on the bus, and then they came back out, warmed up, and put together a real high energy show.
So the energy's high and everything, but how's the? I've seen obviously the Facebook photos Fred's putting on there, which he should be doing the stretches and everything with them. But how's everybody in the Corps doing? Is the morale high? Everybody's excited because the season just started?
Yeah, everyone's real excited. Morale's good. I mean, it's real great. Everyone's just chomping at the bit, wanting to get better. We know what we got to do. We know what we need to fix, and it's just doing it.
Yeah. Hey, for all three of you guys, I mean, Joel can chime in. How exciting is it that the scores are going up each time you guys are outperforming?
Well, I was just going to say, I think, you never really know what to expect early season with some of the scoring systems. And really cool right now is we've got a bunch of groups that are competing, and it seems to be a different person on top every night. So I think what's exciting, at least in the early part of this season, is, we don't really know where everything's going to shake out by the end. So I think in some ways that's a great motivator because it puts us back to work because, hey, the next day, or like last night, hey, we beat Blue Stars. We haven't beat Blue Stars up to this point. So who knows what tomorrow will bring, and we've got to go right back to work. So I think that part of it, the competitive part of it, gets exciting when you see our scores go up, and at the same time where the remix happens every single night among some of these cores.
Right, and that's got to be motivating for the Corps. I mean, for the musicianal athletes, I call them, to say, you know what, we haven't beat them yet, and here we are, we're taking them, and we're doing well. I mean, it's got to be a huge morale and motivation booster.
Well, Mark, I think this is the third year of the new judging system,
right?
And I think the fruits of our labors are finally showing, because in the past, the activity had the reputation for status quo and nothing changing, and the scores would end up placing you in the reverse order of your appearance, just like the remnants of last year, almost like a preconceived notion as to what the outcome was going to be.
Right.
And it's not been that way this year. It's been, every night's been different and mixed up, and I think we're being judged for what we did that night, and that's really the way it should be. It should be a direct result of your performance on that field on that given evening, and that's something fresh and new for DCI, and I think it's great for the activity. I hope it keeps up. I hope we continue to see this throughout the summer.
Yeah, because I've been watching, obviously been following the blogs and obviously on Facebook and Twitter and everything. A lot of folks on DCI blog and obviously Facebook are really excited about the Crossmen. They're like, did you see the Crossmen tonight? Because they're really gunning for the finals. I mean, I know we got a month or two away, but a lot of folks are already predicting, and I'm not going to say it, Fred, but a lot of folks are predicting that there's going to be a big shuffle. Like you said, the new scoring is playing out and everything, but there's a lot of folks that are predicting a big shuffle at Worlds this year. Yeah,
and that hasn't been the case in years past. So that just adds to the excitement. That's what we live for when we watch sports, right? We want that every team has a chance to improve or best their competitors. When we go to auto races, we want it to be different outcome, than what people draw up. That's part of the fun of it, is that speculation. My team, rooting for your team. That's
right. So Fred, how was and you guys, all you guys can answer this, but I saw the mail day was the other day. How did that come into play? And how was that? Was it fun for everybody to get all that mail?
Well, the Gustafsons are a Crossman family through and through. Two of their young people, two of their kids marched in the Corps, And Bob and Wendy continue to pay it forward because of the positive effect it had for both of their kids that marched in Crossman. And when I talk to them, they're still emotionally charged about this Corps, and they want to help us. And this is a service that they provide. They receive all these packages. They prepare their mailmen for what's going to happen. They load all that stuff up in their truck and their trailer and bring stuff with them. And then they also, out of their own pocket, they buy a whole bunch of Gatorade and waters and treats for the kids. So when they come pick up their mail, every one of us say, a nice little special treat. And it's courtesy of Wendy Gustafson, and this probably 10 years that they've been involved with the Corps, and I think they'll do it as long as they are physically capable of doing that. So that's really nice to have somebody to rely on for those kinds of things.
Yeah, we have Brian Jenner on chat, and he's saying good luck, Crossman. Gary, of course, is listening for Texarkana. What can you say to all the fans that are going to be coming along the road here in the next 2 months?
Just enjoy the show. It's really fun. It's great music. That's always our goal, is to engage the audience with the music, and I think we're doing that again. The team, the creative team and the staff are always looking to make improvements, so this thing is going to continue to develop over the course of the summer. I know that there's a couple of new things that they have in mind to put in, I think even for tomorrow night. So we're adapting and changing, not just accepting that the product that we have is perfect. We know that we can make it better, and we're taking the steps and putting the work in and the time and energy that it takes to make those things happen. So the show you see today is not going to be exactly the show you see Championship Week.
And it's not going to be the same show that we're going to see back here in San Antonio in a month either.
Exactly. It's not the same show that we saw at the MMX already. There's some changes that have already been implemented. All good stuff. That's
amazing. I got Robert Wood on the chat saying he's looking forward to streaming the streaming live tomorrow night. So there's going to be a lot of folks, obviously a lot of Bones fans, that are going to be listening and watching tomorrow night.
Sounds great. Love to have them. We know we have their support. It's nice, having that at the back of our minds, knowing that there's literally thousands of people cheering us on and wanting the best for us.
So what's the biggest surprise been so far this season for you guys?
That Joel came back, I guess. Yeah, we wore him out so much. I thought, I wonder if he's coming back. He looked like he had formed over when he left. I mean, I don't think he got 5 hours of sleep over the course of the last stint they put in. But
he looked tired at MMX. So
yeah, he's looked a little tired now too. But I think he'll be all right. And then our new surprise is Rico's going to be back on board the end of this weekend. So we'll have our full complement of competent admin folks, and when they're on the job, things just run smooth.
Awesome. So what else would you like to put out to all the Bones out there and around the world that are listening?
Keep buying tickets. We need you to buy some tickets. Go on the Bones website. And, we still have event tickets left for a bunch of select DCI events. Anytime you buy a ticket online through our website, it benefits the Corps. We get a share of that revenue from DCI. So think of us first when you place that order. We just want your support. Just keep coming, keep on up. All of you Crossman alumni, don't be afraid to come around. Don't be afraid to call us or email us and find out where we're rehearsing. Love to have you. Always use some help on the food truck. It's always the case. A lot of work done. Come be a part of this thing.
That's awesome. So again, folks, Crossman on the road right now. You follow more information at crossman.org. Follow the Crossman, the schedule on there. Like they said, if in the area, come out, help out. And because we're all here, we're all Bones, and the best for the end of the season. So, guys, thanks a lot for calling in, and God bless you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Mark. You do a wonderful job, and